Hello Traveller and welcome back to the Duelist Theater. Happy to say we are reopening our academy doors after a brief vacation to the Asia Invitational. Thanks to everyone who followed along with the coverage. It was an amazing way to round off a year of competitive TCG, and I'm really excited to see what the new season brings. In case you missed it, all the VODs are available on the Astro Carnival YouTube channel, and I highly encourage you to check it out. The elimination brackets in particular had some of the best gameplay and commentary TCG has ever seen. You also get to see the full deck list the players brought, so you can try some of these decks for yourself. And speaking of, today's match features a little souvenir I brought back from the tournament in the form of Voicend's deck, aptly named Liyue Friends. This deck performed very well on camera, winning quite convincingly against several of the current top meta decks. The concept of the deck is pretty straightforward. You're rushing Xingqiu's Burst, and then utilizing Chongyun's Frost Field to freeze and control the opponent, or Hu Tao's Infusion to vaporize for massive damage. The deck has been around for quite some time, but was always lacking a little bit of strength. Well, being a rainbow deck, the new Gilded Dreams Lyresong combo, often called Magic, has really given it a boost. However, rather than running Yayoi, the deck instead relies on Golden House. While not as strong for the initial play, it works perfectly when used with Lyresong, allowing a zero-cost Gilded equip. But the main reason why we're using Golden House is it works so well in this deck because you're also using Lithic Spear. With 3 Liyue characters, giving 3 shields to Hu Tao is extremely powerful, particularly combined with her burst. And the deck also uses Unseen Razor to let you refresh it instantly, often at 0 cost as well thanks to Golden House. If you want to see a true expert pilot the deck, make sure to watch Voicend's games from the Asia Invitational. But for now, let's see how it does in my hands. Let's duel. Alright. Ooh, interesting. Looks like we're running into a variant of FiNaLy. Instead of Fischl though, we have Thunder Manifestation. Probably not as powerful, because the Summon from Oz really helps the deck quite a lot. Ooh. Okay, none of these cards. We'll keep the Treasure Seeking Sealy, and we usually throw back Covenant. Okay, 2 Chef Mao's always a good start, and we have at least 1 food that guarantees that we draw 2 more, so not a bad hand after all. Hoping to draw a Golden House though for that Lithic Spear. You don't really want to equip it for full cost. And, ooh, okay, we have 100. Let's see if we can roll another one. And no, okay. So we probably won't be able to use Xingqiu's skill here, but that's okay. I don't think we want to cleanse against Nahida anyway. So this deck will open up a lot with 2 normal attacks, because applying Hydro to yourself is pretty dangerous, but it actually works really well against the FiNaLy decks because you can cleanse that initial Electro application from Fischl. But since our opponent's starting on Nahida, then cleansing Dendro is not ideal, because you give them that core. So these dice are going to work out fine. We'll drop probably 1 Sealy and 1 Chef Mao with the remaining 2 dice. One thing to look for in your opening, it's really important to have ways to spend those 2 extra die, because you are going to be skilling on Xingqiu twice quite often. So let's drop the Sealy, and we'll hide the Chef Mao until later. But we'll build those Sealy stacks up, and then when we burst, will give us another 3 cards. So you're usually looking for Sealy and Mao, and it's also why you have Timaeus in the deck. He's a pretty good card to play on 2. Or round 1 with your 2 extra dice. Ooh, okay, going to Linny, that makes sense. Well, I think this works out pretty nicely. If they prop arrow here... Oh, it's Bewildering Lights. Interesting. Okay, they didn't actually use prop arrow. Huh. Probably should have. Although maybe they didn't want to take extra damage on Linny, but let's drop our Chef Mao here and go to the next round. So Xingqiu's getting low, but that's probably what we want. It's nice that he only needs 2 energy to burst. It means you're generally not going to be at risk of losing him before a burst here, especially against rainbow decks. The magic engine's pretty scary, but they can't generate a ton of dice round 1 because they need that Yayoi setup. Unless they draw like super well, but even then. Ooh, double high. I would love that 1 round ago. So not going to be very useful now. Ooh, these dice are great. Okay, let's see what we get. All Omni? No. Okay. Good enough, though. Good enough. Exactly what we need. But yeah, unfortunately, the Heart of Camarena doesn't trigger if your character goes down. So we won't really be able to equip it on Xingqiu here. But the burst is going to be nice. We'll cleanse his Hydro Aura, which probably won't matter, but is nice either way as well. But almost certainly going to lose Xingqiu here. Ooh, okay, there's a Timaeus. Probably a little bit late to drop that, because I think we can get our combo going. Oh, they're also playing Golden House. Nice. Okay, Raven's Bow, so probably another skill here from Linny. I imagine. But that will take out Xingqiu, which will let us free swap onto Chongyun against... Oh, interesting. They use talent. Oh, that's pretty neat. Okay, so Raven's Bow normally wouldn't discount that normal attack, but because it also discounts talents... Huh, that's pretty nifty. Okay, but either way, the free swap onto Chongyun is going to be great here, because we get to freeze. And against aggro decks like this one, generally you want to open with freeze and then let Hu Tao finish at the end. But let's equip one of these hearts. That summon on the end turn is going to deal 1 damage. Let's see. I think I want to play my second Chef Mao here and use a food just to generate extra dice, because I can get up to 6 dice, which will be pretty nice. So we'll play this, hoping to roll some cryo. I'd love to see some cryo dice here. Let's see what the RNG gives us. And ooh, Dendro, no, and Pyro, no. Okay. Ooh, but double minty meat rolls is gonna be pretty nice for when we go on to Hu Tao. But unfortunately, not gonna be able to take out Linny here. But let's tune that Dendro into cryo. I don't want to use up my Omni just in case I want to use the last 2 dice for equipping at the end of turn. But let's see what our opponent does. So they're in a bit of an interesting spot. I think because I used Northern Smoked Chicken, they think I'm going to want to follow up attack again. But I think I'm perfectly fine equipping Lithic Spear and ending first for priority. So we'll see who they switch to. They might be expecting me to freeze the next person. So they might go to a character that they don't have die for. In fact, I bet that they're going to be bait into that. It's one of the really annoying things with freeze in this deck is they can really restrict aggressive decks and their options. Yep. Go to manifestation. Yeah, I don't think I freeze here. I'd rather just equip Spear because I don't really have any other good ways to use up the last dice. So this seems pretty good. This rather save that freeze crowd control for next turn and basically threaten 3 freeze. So freezing the whole team. Oh yeah, so I went into heat after all. So yeah, I bet they didn't even have Electro Dice for manifestation. Trying to bait out the attack. So I'm glad I didn't go for it. Because now they just waste an extra dice on Nahida. Oh, there's the Golden House. It's a little late. I would have loved to draw that literally 1 turn ago. That's okay. If we draw Unseen Razor, Golden House still is usable. But it's a little unfortunate we haven't seen the Gilded Dreams and we have that Lyresong. I suppose we could dig for it with Timaeus. Let's see, we already drew both hearts, so Timaeus is guaranteed to give us either a Gambler or a Gilded Dreams. So maybe I could have played that instead of Lithic Spear that turn. Definitely something to consider. I think it's fine just so I can use up all my dice. I can always play Timaeus next turn. But having it ramp to 3 is a pretty big deal, so maybe that was a mistake. I mean, definitely a mistake now that I've seen Golden House, but of course I could not have predicted that. Oh, Vorakasha, okay. That probably works in my favor. They won't be able to draw a card off at this round, but they will get the healing. But their health matters a lot less than mine. Oh, second Golden House. Ooh, leave it to me. Okay, okay. So I wonder if they're going to have their own Leave It To Me. It's one of the... Linny is probably the one I'm most worried about right now. But with my own Leave It To Me, I think I just go to Hu Tao. Because she has that weapon. And she's also infused by Chongyun's Frost Field. So I don't think I need to stay on Chongyun here. Because I'd rather go to Hu Tao. Get that extra damage. Because even though, you know, it feels like we're playing pretty slow, this is a combo deck that is trying to finish them off quickly. So I want to pile on damage. So yeah, Quick Swap seems like a good choice here. And then if I need to, I can always finish on Chongyun later. But here we go. Get these hits in. Yeah, you can draw your card. But we'll have to see. If they have a Leave It To Me here, allowing them to go to Linny, that's probably pretty good for them. Because that will prevent a freeze and let them get their burst off. But if they don't have a Quick Swap, they're kind of doomed. Because then I'm just going to freeze all of their characters this round. And we saw this happen as well when Voicend was playing this deck against FiNaLy. There was a situation where you kind of lock them out of the game completely because they threaten freeze so often. Oh, okay, so I think they don't have a Quick Swap. So let's keep freezing them here. for 5 damage each hit. And all the while, we're building up to Hu Tao Burst as well, which is a great way to catch up. But I'd love to see some more cards, but I think we're in a pretty good position right now. We have 1 more Rain Swords left. We'll see if they go to Linny here. They could decide to go to Linny just so I burn my last Rain Swords, but then that leaves them with no frozen no characters to use. I think they'll go back to Nahida. Try and like wait out my attacks. Let's see. I could take out Nahida, but I might want to dig for a Gambler. So I could play the Timaeus. And if I play Timaeus and Golden House, if I draw a Gilded, I get to play it for free. So it kind of returns the dice. So I think playing Timaeus is pretty free. And if I get Gamblers, I also get 2 extra dice, so... Ooh, okay, they're gonna Lotus. Actually, this changes my plans, because now I can't take out Nahida. I think I just stole. Yeah, let's just Hu Tao skill here. Yeah, this feels really nice. Yeah. So now they're forced to basically swap again, which is pretty nice. In fact, I could just like Hu Tao skill again if I wanted to. But we'll see what they do. They might just decide to end here and just force me to use up the Lotus. But I can't imagine them going to Linny after this. They really think, oh, I used the wrong die. I thought, yeah, now I can't play Timaeus. That's awkward. Yeah, when I tuned, I must have tuned one of the Dendros instead of that Cryo. It must have been auto kept. Ooh, okay, Mushroom Pizza? Hang on. I think this still kills it, yeah, so I wonder, I guess I didn't math correctly. Okay, well, if they're gonna do that, I'm just gonna waste their pizza by skilling here. And, oh yeah, and because the attack portion already took out Manifestation, they can't actually go to Linny here because it'll just die to Rain Swords. So that was a big miscalculation on their part. So I can't see a way for them winning this game. They have to go to Nahida here. They will get to use up their Lotus, but I think it was worth it just to trade for that Mushroom Pizza and take out Manifestation. Because Hu Tao's still at full health at 13 with a burst up. Even if she tanks a Nahida burst here, I think she's still in pretty good shape. But this is really showcasing the power of having that really fast freeze. That's also backed up by damage against these aggro decks. And the Lithic Spear shield, even though it didn't really come up this round, is really relevant against all of the aggressive decks. So yeah, we should be in a winning position for next round. No matter what. And maybe we'll draw something nice. Ooh, there's an Unseen Razor. So yeah, this is almost not winnable for them because that's just another 3 health for Hu Tao. And yep, they conceded. Good game. As we saw here, against aggro, you're typically going to Chongyun, but if you ever face a stall deck, you have the option of immediately going to Hu Tao and then using her Vaporize and Charge attack to deal a lot of damage. Throughout the Asia Invitational, we saw a lot of decks use this magic engine of Gilded plus Lyresong, combined with some of the new powerful characters like Linny, Thunder Manifestation, and Signora. But one of the things I really like about this Hu Tao deck, it really goes to show that there are lots of unexplored potential with some of the older cards. So, if you're sick of playing some of the meta decks, definitely encourage you to give this one a try as it matches up pretty well into a lot of the current metagame. If you are a newer player, be sure to attend the TCG 101 series to level up your Genius Invocation game. If there's anything you'd like to see in an upcoming video, drop a comment and I'll see how I can help. Be sure to enroll in our courses by subscribing so you can be notified when a new lesson's available. Until then, class dismissed!